Coming up next, the Kite Army declares war on their weeds, Toolbox Buzz goes back in time with DeWalt, and the Toolaholic plays Name That Tool. This is your Power Tool Week in Review.
This episode is brought to you by Ohio Power Tool. Pro tools, pro service, all at the best prices at ohiopowertool.com. And SkillSaw, true to the trade since 1924.
Welcome back, Power Tool fans. I'm Rob, and it's April 24th, 2020, and today I'm going to do the Power Tool news and share some tool videos you won't want to miss. Let's get to it. If Vince and the VCG gang are known for anything, it's listening to his audience. And apparently, they've all been telling him to go shop at Lowe's. This week, Vince procured himself a brand new Kobalt toolkit from their all-new XTR series, which features bigger, badder tools while still keeping prices reasonable. Vince has a history of taking entry-level tools and beating them into next Tuesday. But this time around, he thinks Kobalt has built a new series that could put a dent in commercial work. Now that VCG has them in-house, I'm sure we'll be seeing all of the tools put through their paces in upcoming Tool Test Raw events. Make sure you don't miss them over at VCG Construction on YouTube. Commander Andrew of the 501st Blower Division of the Kite Army posted another blower review this week, except he reviewed a Makita string trimmer instead, making it not a blower review, I guess. The Makita 18-volt LXT lightweight string trimmer really lives up to its name, coming in at only 7.5 pounds. I've got heavier batteries than that. It's also really affordable, but beyond those two benefits, Andrew didn't find many more positives to focus on. He was frustrated by the lack of power and straight up hated the string management, but if you have a small lawn and an investment in Makita platform, this might be the perfect strimmer for you. That's what the Aussies call it. I'm cultured. Catch the video over at Kite Army on YouTube. How did I become so cultured? I've got friends in low places. That's right, and the Oz Tool Talk boys are doing some nut busting with Metabo this week. They got a hold of the Metabo SSW 18 LXT 400 BL brushless impact wrench. This monster features 295 foot-pounds of fastening torque, 420 foot-pounds of loosening or nut-busting torque. This solid bit of German engineering left both of our wallabies impressed after they each brought it to work on the job site and in the garage, calling it Kraken and a banger, both of which means awesome or radical, probably. For the full review, you'll need to flip your phone upside down and head on over to Oz Tool Talk on YouTube. And finally, Rob Robillard of Toolbox Buzz published a very rare type of tool review, looking back after a few years of use on the job site. Something that makes the TBB team different is that they're made up of working pro tradesmen who review tools by putting them to work on actual job sites. But you can only learn so much about a tool by using it for a few days or even weeks. Just this week, Rob looks back on the first DeWalt FlexVolt circular saw, which he's now used to frame 3 houses and on countless remodeling jobs. The review just seems to carry far more weight now that he's so familiar with the tool. And you'll see immediately in the comments that the viewers are thrilled with this format. We can only hope Rob starts posting more 2-year-later reviews in the future. For now, you can find this one at Toolbox Buzz on YouTube. Speaking of Mr. Robillard, it is now time for some actual work with Rob Robillard. Hey, Rob.
Hey, how's everybody doing this week? I hope everybody is healthy. Look, the other day, my daughter calls me. I'm at work on the job site, and she tells me that the smoke alarms in the house are going off and freaking out the dogs. She tells me that she cooked a while ago, but there really was no smoke, and so she's super confused why they're ringing on the house. So a lot of times, smoke alarms happen for 2 reasons: either a dusty sensor, or they're 10 years old and they've reached out of life, right? So, all right, look, back to the story. I asked her to check the house first, because make sure there's not a problem. And I explained to her, you need to go find the smoke alarm that initiated the alarm so that you could silence it, because you have to silence the initiating alarm. To find that initiator, you look for the one that's flashing red about every second or so, and then you press the test or hush button, they call it. So the very next morning, the alarms go off again, 5 a.m. to be exact. So I now realize that it's not my daughter's cooking. It wasn't her cooking. She wasn't lying. But the smoke detector probably has a dirty sensor. So to clean it, disconnect it, remove the battery. First, check how old it is, and if it's older than 10 years, get rid of it. And look, cleaning is super easy. Here's the tip. Just hold it on its edge and vacuum around the perimeter edge. There's slots all the way around the back and on the front where you can see the sensor. I also use compressed air and I blow it out. Once you're done, reinstall it, put the battery back in it, and test it. If it doesn't work or if it goes off again, trash it, get a new one, and be done with it. Guys, stay safe, please stay healthy, stay at home. Take care.
I can honestly say I've never once cleaned a smoke alarm, but I guess I will now. Thanks again, Rob. Moving on, it's time again for our construction industry news, courtesy of the Construction Junkie. Trimble, also known to cause a ruckus on the NCC 1701. Oh, that was Tribbles? My bad. Also, not talking to anyone. Still here, still alone. Tribble's got a new toy that turns your phone into an AR BIM projector with location accuracy unlike anything we've seen before. How accurate? They claim it's to the centimeter. Way better than GPS. This allows you to walk onto an untouched job site and virtually see the building before you even break ground. Combine that with installation schedules, you can skip around a calendar to see how the site will look at any step of the upcoming build, finding problems before they even exist. Now, the device is available for only $3,200 and the software license will run you $2,000 a year. But then again, how much would you pay to see the future? OxBlue, a job site camera technology company, is using artificial intelligence to analyze their data and give us a more detailed picture of the cost the coronavirus is having on the construction industry. Their analysis is based on 150,000 images taken on thousands of job sites across all 50 states. Analyzing these photos has helped them identify the states where construction has been affected the most, including Washington, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, and New York, where their state governments have placed strict orders against any and all unnecessary construction. Michigan has seen the largest drop in activity, 81%, since the state labeled construction non-essential on March 24th. For more information on that and the rest of your construction industry news, visit ConstructionJunkie.com. Swinging over to Instagram, we find Stan the Dirt Monkey goofing around on a skid steer. You thought I was going to say monkeying around. Wrong! You don't know me! Sorry, this lockdown might be getting to me. Anyways, Travis is celebrating Earth Day this week by showing off his collection of electric tools and planting a maple tree. I personally decided to boycott Earth Day until the Earth stops trying to weed us out with viruses. Come at me, bro. Kiefer played a game of Name That Tool, showing off this wicked wheel of teeth. The general consensus in the comments was that it's either a tree stump remover, trencher, or a back scratcher. And finally, Green Garden Man shared before and after photos of some trimming he did with his Ego trimmer. I had no idea I needed this in my life, but here I am staring at it. Thanks, buddy. Just a quick reminder that every week over on their blog, Ohio Power Tool posts a list of all of their Power Tool promos. This week it includes up to 25% off any SkillSaw purchase, 15% off Freud blades, and a free quick lock attachment from Milwaukee, which we'll link to in the description. Don't forget you can catch Make or Break right here on Belts and Boxes tomorrow, plus Sarah's new show every Tuesday and Thursday. I want to thank SkillSaw and Ohio Power Tool for sponsoring this episode, and guys, I'll see you tomorrow.